Hi guys, welcome back to some more Avorion. Been a little bit. We have our Griffin Warbird, 2 Mirandas, and 2 of our Königsberg class. Just doing a bit of light exploration. It's a neonite rock. Right now, I think I need to make enough money to get the second asteroid in this system. Where is that? Yeah, we have a noble metal mine there, and we have a claimed asteroid there, so we can put in like our second factory down there. And then we have 2 claimed asteroids here as well. So we need to get that going. Get us some more money, more material, all that good stuff. Basically, I've got the entire fleet with me. I'm just going to jump around and clear out some of these signatures for a little bit. Get us more modules, make more money, so on and so forth. We're at 8.9 million, so we can afford to put in one of the stations. I don't know what I want to do. Oh, that was the wrong button. We jumped into a pirate civil war. Anyone that comes close to us dies. Okay, do a little bit of Avorion and might do some farming later, might do some Tarkov raids. I'm playing a bit more Tarkov off stream. These are the closest enemies. You look like you're winning. You get the torpedoes. You're 40 kilometers away. Yeah, I'm definitely considering changing maybe the 2 Königsbergs over to 2 Griffins. I don't know. Miranda going in. Fighters out. Oh, a large group of aliens has appeared. That's fantastic behind us. Kill the summoner. There we go. Try 1,000 Zotan ships. Nice. we go. Don't let him run. Right, beautiful. The bounty had actually finished salvaging it in the system it's in. What have we got? I think we've got mining. Yeah. Efficiency 27 refines into resources. Oh yeah, because they're exceptional. They're half decent, but they are refining fighters. Okay. I mean, it could be worse. I could be just setting them off to mine, I guess. Could do the thing. Okay, yeah, they are purifying miners. That's fine. I guess when we jump into systems like this, we can kind of just take some of the resources and continue on. What do all of you have on board then? Got phaser beam fighters, that's okay. You can... Oh, you need that. Okay, and then need a fighter skin. Gonna take a minute. Why are these here? Are these favorites? I don't remember marking any favorites. Filters, fighter only. The 12-slot battleship is a fighter only design. Okay. The USS Noble is a fighter design. Okay, I did add in a couple more mods like this. A Breen ship. I'm not 100% sure what the model is like. I mean, we'll go with that. You can build out a fighter wing for yourself. You're currently building disruptors fighters that are pretty crap, but it's fine. We don't have anything on board right now. And you have bolter fighters. They're doing 30 DPS. Our new fighters are doing 400 DPS. Okay. And then in the fleet, the bounty has a little bit of Xenion, bunch of iron and neonite, bit of trinium. Milano is carrying a bunch of trinium. Okay. Mississippi is mining away. Fort Knox is doing its thing. Right, cool. Yeah, like we have a load of signals to go through here. 1, 2. That's why we have the fleet with us. We still need to name the third Miranda, or the what is the name of the second Miranda? Doesn't look like there's any claimable rides here. Spoke too soon. There's one right there. I mean, we might as well. There's signal there. We find a bunch more of them, we might as well set up shop here and put in a bunch of stations. Are we filling out that I never put them in there. Okay. You do 320 DPS. Not bad. Oh yeah, right, yeah. We don't need pilots anymore, I forgot that. Or gunners or miners. I completely forgot that. That thing is insane. We can technically have up to 1,200 fighters as long as we can have the hangars for them. You're being built out of neonite. I don't have a production block on this, that's right. Okay. The academy, the transporter. Did I put in a transporter block? Oh, my mouse is double clicking. That's what's going on. That's... Yeah, I need to get a new mouse. Dang it. I did not put in a transporter block. Cool. What can I get rid of to put in a transporter block? We have a small cargo bay as is. There is very little framework. There's a bunch of blank hull. I could put in a transporter block instead of some of that. I'd even put in a cargo thing instead of some of that, maybe. Let's do the X mirror. Xenion cargo bay. Give ourselves a little bit more cargo space. And then I'm just looking for, like, the transport block doesn't need to be huge, right? Where's it gone? I think I could replace that block with a transporter block. Transporter, transform. It'll cost us 5,000 if I turn off the mirror. Oh, that is still going to cost us 5,000. Hyperspace jump energy will be more as well. The software subsystem. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's fine. That is fine. Honestly, that block, what do we want to do with that block? Got a ton of storage. I could put the academy in there. Oh, I never put in production. Oh, right. So now, be able to produce our fighters. It'll take a while because it's a pretty small thing. Or take 10 minutes. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Oh, we got plasma torpedoes? Nice. Got a bunch of plasma torpedoes. Okay. Bunch of scrap on board. That's fine. Sorted. Not gonna sit here mining all day. I'll bring over the Mississippi or something to do that, because this is gonna take a while anyway. Or not. Claim that asteroid. Lovely. Oh my god, it destroyed my hangar. It actually completely destroyed my hangar. Nasty. Okay. That's the thing that needs some looking at. Honestly, you could, you know what? You could nearly just do like a kind of Daedric style ship by duplicating that wing to the bottom. Might be kind of cool. If it has one of those like STO alternative warbirds. We could sell that for 700,000. Or we could put in a station, put in like an oil rig or something. Or coal mine. Anyway. God. One of your man's shields, isn't it? Didn't we beat this boss? Wait, it's routing part of where again? 138 minus 207. Hmm. So if I do shift 3, I set them to attack that target, they should start mining their way through it. Very, very slowly. Not too bad on the edges. Oh yeah, right, that's right. I forgot to put the blueprint in there. So actually, we'll get them back. We'll have to destroy one of them to get the blueprint going. We could fill out the rest of the squadron that way. I only really need one of them to land, and then we can do this. Say yes. Then whenever you can. I have to wait for them to. There we go. That'll do it. Launch him again. Then we'll get our actual fighters up and running. 320 DPS each. It's not bad. You're 4.5 Omicron, you're 3.8. Let's have an owl look at you. Rarity. High 3 enhanced quantum torpedo launcher does 4,000 DPS. When did we pick that up? It's worth 21 million. Oh my god. Seeker shots plus 400% damage, 40% rate of fire. If it has seeker shots, then I can just use that manually, right? Fierce repair laser, excuse me. When did we pick that up? I wonder what's going to be at the top of this chart. Wait, not that. Oh, they're all favorited. Right. Photon beam back does 800 DPS. These things are nuts. We do kind of need that kind of DPS, but that's, you know, it's still nuts. What size is that one? That is a small one as well. So I can replace any of these, really. I'm going to replace that 83 DPS phaser. with 800 DPS. That's nuts. Plasmatic Bye Sprayer. 400 DPS, range of 3.9. $159 DPS, 241 DPS. $145, $165, $148. Disruptors there. 101, 106, 182, 115 there. You're already up to 4.3 Omicron. Another light beam bank there with 384 DPS. I'll get rid of this one. Pop you in there. 135. $286. Mark 8 dual light phaser cannons, 253 DPS. Pop them out. Right here, there. $4.68K. I think that's a good upgrade for that. Now, we have a quantum torpedo launcher to throw on here. Oh my god, it's size 1. That's insane. That is insane. Where the hell do I have my torpedo launchers? My photon torpedo launcher does 250 DPS. I think I might change that out for 4,300. Own a ship with a firepower of over 9,000. Yeah, we just went up to 10 Omicron with that one weapon, and it tracks. Oh my god. 132, 131, 95. Plasmatic rapid disruptors can be changed for the one here. That is 286 DPS. 104, 110, you're 131 at 9 kilometers. 272, 57 there. That's a defensive gun. I don't need it to be a defensive gun. I mean, I could put them on. I need to change the turret base. It's only trinium. Make sure that we change both of them at the same time. Put that weapon in there. Fix turret, it does. Yeah, I might look at doing that to extend like the hangars and stuff. We could make, if I copy and flip those wings, actually copy and flip that whole back section, to here. And then we could put like a hanger where the neck is at the bottom. You do that. I know you can. It's by going to save designs, you can do templates. So where do I... If I select... hey, Coffee Beans, how's it going? I select the mirror and do box select of that. Didn't add the rest. But it does add like this. Okay, that's perfect. Oh no, it doesn't. I'd have to hold down shift. If I do that and then shift, no. Then if I do this, senior events for X4, I want to know if I bought it, could the version be changed from 7.5 to 6.2? Would I be able to use the Interworlds mod for 6.2? You would have to download the version of the mod for 6.2. So I don't know if you have that downloaded already. I don't know if it's still hosted. Oh, here. Yeah, how do I save that as a template? Do I need to do that in creative mode? Oh yeah, the old versions would be there. Yeah. Well, if you go onto Steam, oh no, I can check there 1 second. If I go to X4 on Steam, what do you? Stop being funny, Steam. Stop it. Okay, Steam doesn't want me to do stuff. Great. There we go. If I go to properties, betas, yeah, you could go back to 6.2. I'm guessing you're asking that because you don't want to buy timelines, but looks that way. Yep. Undo, merge. Nope, don't want to do that. So these are selected, right? Is that the template then? Jeez. Here we go. Don't mind me. Focus selected blocks, select all blocks. You would need all DLCs for that version of the mod, yeah. You do need all DLCs. Copy selection. Oh, it is literally Control C, Control V. Okay. And if I save template, there we go. Okay. Let me ah, that wasn't what I meant to do. Let me do this. I keep middle clicking and I don't mean to. You're getting Vulcan issues in the latest game version. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. Damn it. Oh, because I had to let the box selection on. Go, move over this way. I have no idea. Coffee beans, I have no idea. To be perfectly honest. I don't actually have anything to do with EgoSoft. It goes on sale pretty regularly. I will say that. Right, I think that is what we want. So I'm going to Control C that. Right, and that's going to be that part. God, look what that takes. Okay, no worries. Oh, you've been watching the Rebels and the Imperial run? Nice. I hope you enjoyed them. Oh, that's actually... Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to do that at the moment if I wanted to. I'd have to scale down the ship first. Because I'm at my limit. Okay. Even the back end of the ship is 10 slots. Oh, man. Okay. There we go. That's what I want to do. This makes you want to have your own run. For the Sith run to work, you'll need the latest version. Just FYI. Right. If I want to import this. Again where I'm kind of failing on the show templates folder. Let's select the box of the root. No. Close that, get out of the way. So can I not just import that? I need to like apply that. Would the Mandalorian one be available in the latest version? Or in the older version? They'd be available, yeah, but so what I mean is, like, for the Sith one to work, their economy was updated to be viable in the latest patch, so that's what that means. Oops. I may have been targeting a friendly ship and my torpedoes tracked to a Miranda. Getting like 8,000 damage a hit. You should be able to play Mandalorians though, yeah. You might be missing a couple of their ships and stuff. I think. I can't remember what was introduced in what version. Right. Going here. Institute Group 1 at Autofire. I'm missing a slot for an Autofire weapon, right. That's why it was a defensive turret. So you're giving 4 armed turret slots and 2 auto turret slots. So if I can get one with 4 auto turret slots like this one here, but that adds unarmed turrets. And I sold all the rest of the stuff. What's this game? This is Avorion. I was using my normal soundtrack. So this is kind of a sandbox builder game. Kind of like Minecraft in space in a way, but yeah, so this is like, these are workshop things, these are mods, these ships. But you start out in this little drone. And you mine iron and aluminium. And then you start by building your own little ship out of blocks. Let me just jump into this ship so that I don't make a new one. So you see here that you'll start out with iron. You can have like blank hull, armor, engines, cargo bay. And you can, you know, shape them and all this. This ship is obviously built out of those blocks by someone who is much more skilled than I am. You know, your thrusters and everything. And you start out at the edge of the galaxy. This little system we're in here is this square right here. And every one of these is a solar system that might have nothing in it. A lot of them have nothing in it. But you see all these little dots, places we've been and know about, and they have stations from factions, and we're in that little square there, all the way in there. And this is the galaxy map. So we started way out here, and we've done a little bit of traveling, met a couple of factions, befriended some, killed a few others, or at least fought them, allied with one now. We've set up our first little station here, and we're jumping around here looking at our deep scan. So these yellow ones here are hidden signatures. They kind of have like pirates and stuff in them and random shenanigans you can find. And these green dots here are like civilized systems, like the ones with the stations and so on. And basically, you move through the game. You start out with the low-end resources until you can get powerful enough to move in closer to the center of the galaxy, and you get better and better resources, which gives you access to like stronger types of blocks, like hangars and teleporters and stuff like that. And you build your ship or ships or empire and continue on your way. Hey, Sully. Right, yeah, I need to... Oops. Oh yeah, I have captains and crew on these ships. So if we go here, you can see I have I've hired captains. You have to hire your crew, pay your crew. So if I go here, this is my ship, and because of all of like the stats from the building and everything, you have all your stats down here. So you have to like do your engines and thrusters and so on, power to weight ratios and stuff. Hey, Sully. Power generation and all that. And then up at the top here you see the subsystem sockets. That's unlocked by progressing through the goals of finding the different ores. And that will allow you to add in subsystems, which are these little things you get from loot. You can buy them, which changes the way your ship works. So you can have this That gives us more armed turrets and so on, which kind of all accumulates over here. So that's why we can have 25 armed turret slots, 2 unarmed turret slots like miners and stuff. You get these components from random encounters, from destroying enemies. You can buy them at equipment docks and stuff if you're going like the mining route and stuff. Although you do want defenses on your ship, because if you don't have defenses on your ship, you get attacked more. If you're too weak for the area you're in, you will get attacked more. And these kind of let you customize your ship into what you want, which is cool. It's a very cool game. We're obviously using a lot of mods. But it's just one of those games. I think this came out in 2017. So we have our Griffin here. We have 2 Miranda classes. And 2 Königsbergs. Mods always add to the fun. Yeah, I only have about 800 installed. I think that's the number. Let me check that actually. What is the current number of mods that I have for Avorion? Subscribed items. Oh, 888. There you go. Because every turret and every ship is a mod, so. Tutorial mode, kinda. The rare chance I know what I'm talking about. Right, I need to change one of my regular turrets to a defensive turret. 151 DPS there for that defensive turret. So you can change to this. Because defensive turrets auto fire with a built-in thing. So now I should have one more slot available to turn this one onto auto fire. And now I just have to remember that I'm controlling this torpedo launcher that does 4,000 DPS. Yeah, Sully, I don't know if you saw that, but we picked, I don't know where I picked this up. Basically 3 overhauls over one another. Oh, this is a this can get very, very complicated. Yeah, I thought these weapons were strong. You know, 600 DPS. They were pretty cool. Quantum torpedo launcher 1,000 DPS. This one does 4,300. Love that warbird style. This is the Griffin. It's actually from it was in Armada. I like it too because it's like a light derricks. I was trying to figure out how I could flip the wings to make it actually a double hull, and then I could use the bottom half of the hull to to be a hangar on the bottom, so we have like a decent hangar. There's like, if I do box select, say from here to here, maybe if I straighten that out a bit. Do that, right? So I copy that. Oh, this will remove all turrets? No, undo that. Oh god. Please tell me that put all the turrets back. Oh no. Oh no, I may have messed up. I might have to Alt F4 that one. If I Alt F4, will that save what I just did? I did that. That was the undo button. The undo button put it back to like this state. So what's my ship called? Sacramento, isn't it? I need these to load up. So you can see it actually comes as a dark model, but I recolored it. I'm gonna have to redo the charts. I just want to make sure that this has been updated. It doesn't look right, and I'm kind of worried about that. I know, yeah, like that doesn't look right. Did it remove the weapons? It did. So yay, we get to do our weapons again. About rarity. Wait, did it remove all the weapons? Oh, I'm in defensive. So, DPS, great. We get to do all of our weapons again. Putting the quantum torpedo with 4000 DPS right there. That brings us up to 4.3 Omicron straight away. Then we had... Oh, where is that photon torpedo launcher that's like ridiculous? I picked up a bunch of like crap ones after this, but then why isn't it up here? Oh, it is. It's right there. Oh, it's quantum as well. Never mind. All right, 2 quantum torpedo launchers. What's the rarity levels like? There you go. Petty, common, uncommon, rare, exceptional, exotic, legendary. Just wanted to see it. If I wanted to see how much damage my weapons were going to do, I would have just got an enemy ship in front of me. Oh no. Okay. Light beam bank, where are we putting that with the high DPS? Ever thought you'd see purple as legendary? Oh, yeah. Put that over there. Actually, no, it's a small weapon, so I don't want to put it on that. Throw it in there. You're doing 99 DP. Why are you up there? Oh, we're on rarity. Don't mind me. Okay, and the second beanbag right there. Oh, they can shoot. Turrets can shoot 360. It depends on the turret and all that, and they do need clear line of sight and everything. Could throw in the photon torpedo launcher on top, but do I have a second one? I want a bit of symmetry. That's why we spent so long putting these on the first time. Friendly fire feature, yes. I don't know if you do reduced damage with friendly fire, but it is a thing. A bunch of beams. I didn't really want a bunch of beams on this, but anyway. Did the ships fall apart? I'll show you here in a few minutes. When we get all these guns on, we're going to be taking my frustrations out on the local pirates. Are there holes in the places where you shoot them? You actually destroy blocks. So how you build your ship is, kind of important, because it will affect whether, it's alive at the end. Lovely. Put that in there. Yeah, because there's actually armor on the ships. Probably not too much on this one, with the way it's built. Wait, there's no armor on the ship. Wouldn't a thin neck? Yes. But it's a Star Trek design, so they have to survive long enough to hit me in the neck. Best of luck to them on that. That's why we have overwhelming firepower facing forward. So you maneuver so that they don't shoot you in the neck. Speaking of getting shot in the neck, might do Tarkov a little later. And I want to put the oh, that's a 2. Okay. I don't really want to put cannons on it because this wouldn't suit. Phaser cannons are a different story. We'll put phaser cannons on it. Yeah, it's like ideally this is the way we're facing the enemy, or at least like this or this, so that the majority of our firepower is coming off these points here and along the cheek of the... If they come up here, then they get hit by the extras on top. Also, there's 4 other ships with us. Right, let's put on the defensive weapons. What I should be looking at. We put on 3 more defensive weapons. Yeah, you're limited by your processing power on like how big your ships can get. So like putting in generators and shields and all that kind of stuff, that all adds to your processing power. I think some of the enemy ships aren't really too worried about the limitations. I mean, we could put some anti-fighter cannons on the front there. Like up there. Oh, I didn't even do the turrets for them. Right, well, I'll take that off there. I'll just put them down here. Okay, then everything else goes towards actual firepower. What did I put in there? Rapid disruptors.
Uplink established. Welcome, Rift.
That out of there. That in there. There are difficulty levels, yeah. There are indeed. Then there's a couple of different ways you can play the game. I know that's not a trek weapon, but it's going in there anyway. Rotate that out. Put that in there. We have two cheek weapons we can throw on. A light beam bank there. Yeah, we have a light beam bank there. Oh yeah, we have stuff on the wings as well. We have 4 slots left that we can put things into. Oh, there's a Xenion phaser cannon there, so that means we take that phaser cannon out of there, right? Yep. God, where was that? That's Trinium, that's the one we took off. Where did I see that? It was like 150 odd DPS. The beam bank. There it is. Oh, it's... Okay, well that goes on the wing then. Turret base, transform, undo, go, it's an edge block. Make sure that we transform the correct type of block. Pop that in there. Any Star Wars ships? Yes, loads. 148. The beam bank, that's an enduring bolter. Put them on there, and then put some sort of bolter on there. Alright, let's see how we're doing there. Should do it. Right, you're group 2. Boom. And then we have the torpedo launcher under our own control. Feel a Star Wars mod adds fun to any game. Let's see. The Hammerhead. There's a 40k ship, Romulan style ship, EVE Online, Andromeda Ascendant, Nebulon, X-Wing, kinda some fan-made stuff, Trillion Corvette, again Avatar from EVE. This faction is based on Diable from Starsector, Rebel Assault Cruiser from Empire War, you know, different versions of all the Klingon ships, Black Sun stations, many ships, Covenant carrier, Munificent, Daedalus from Stargate, more 40k, more EVE when it loads, more EVE. Why would the X-Wing cost the same as the Hammerhead? It's just a model. It's not the same cost. That's the comparison between my ship and their ship. So, like, that's how small that ship is compared. Yeah. But, someone, if you wanted to, I could make that X-Wing bigger. Any Venator? I think, like, there's about a half... No, there's not a half. There's about a dozen Venators that I have in my list. But, you know, alphabetical for the most part. The new one I added, actually. Interdictor, Star Destroyer, Looser Hulk, Moncal ships, the USS Noble is like a sleek Akira. Cool. Quasars, all the different versions of the Warbird. None of them are just right. Another Hammerhead. Hammer. All the ties. Here's some Venators. Is there docking fighters in the game? Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about a little earlier. Is that I want to expand this ship. Because this is currently our hangar entrance. I would like to double up on this hull and have it come down here and have a hangar on the bottom. They're actually my fighters there, and I'm actually going to recall them because I haven't shot anything in a few minutes, so we need to go do that. But yeah, again, like the hangars are a technology you have to unlock by getting a certain resource. Is there any limit to hangar to fighters per ship? Yep, the size of your hangar is a limit. The amount of pilots you have on your crew is a limit. There are lots of limits. You also have to have a subsystem installed that's going to give you access to extra fighter squadrons. There's our hangars. We're currently building up another squadron. Then you have your crew. So you have to have enough crew to obviously man your ship. I don't need these fighter pilots anymore because of my subsystems. You can carry passengers. You can have cloning pods aboard. You can have an academy to train crew. You know, there's a lot of depth to the game. Like, then there's your energy management. You know, all these things. You can turn off all of these individually if you want to. Stuff like that. Even your torpedoes, you can load your torpedo tubes manually, which is pretty cool. Right, let's that course. I need to fire off this quantum torpedo at someone. Oh, buddy, how did you mess that up? Come on. Is there any station building? Yes. You can own territory. You can have wars with factions. Here are all the factions we currently know about. And we're currently at war with most of the pirates, of course. There's actual diplomacy. We are currently in an alliance with another faction. On you. You're getting left behind. Oh, you're getting left behind, bud. Yeah, this is why I want to change the build a bit. I want to change that hangar. He doesn't want to fight? It's a mining fighter. It's a mining ship. He's not going to be fighting. Also, it's AI. Because of our thing. There's no pilot aboard. Okay, cool. How do I command the other ships? Show you down a minute. We're in the middle of a fight, so yeah, one sec. Oh wow, that thing is hitting for like 4k a hit, tracking it. Missed, it looks like. Oh man, it's for 8k. Oh, it's just clearly destroying these guys. They were not ready. Loot transporter. Wait, where's the loot transporter? Oh, I'm locked onto the loot transporter. Excellent. So as you can see, kind of like Borderlands and such, there's the loot spread. Give me all the loot. Oh, we got a purple too. It's a murder. They even do any damage? A little bit. I've been building these ships for the next area though. Oh, we're just out of range. So like just before we started this stream I upgraded like 3 of my ships. Mass counts for maneuverability, yeah. Outmaneuvering my torpedoes. I'll outdo that. So when I hit G and do that, those torpedoes are limited ammo. The ones coming in from those turrets that we put in, they're unlimited. So in the base game, there's missile turrets and stuff, but then there's also actual physical built-in blocks. You see those 2 black things at the bottom there? They're actual built-in torpedo tubes. And then there's one on each side of the head. So that's what this screen is here. That's physical ammunition that you need to like buy or pick up, and this guy probably dropped a bunch of them. As you can see there, torpedoes. But then there are turrets that don't use ammo. I see a red over there. You can see at the side of the screen there's a little glowy effect. That's modules that are off to the side, which is really handy when you're looting, and I can actually launch my fighters and tell them collect the loot. Can you board the ships left behind? You can board them when they're alive. I don't think there's any point in boarding the wreckage. Oh, and then to like order these guys around, there's a number of ways you can order your ships around. You can target them, hit F, brings up this menu here for some basic orders. You can go into the map and select them over here and give them other orders. I actually have a few other ships and a station doing other things just off away. Or you can hit N to get the local tactical map. You can literally play it like an RTS here. Play it like X4 here. I can select that ship and tell him to go and, you know, do whatever. Go salvage that wreck, you know, go mine that asteroid. It's contextual when you're hovering over things. That's why I love Avorion. It's a very, very versatile game. Am I a faction of my own? Yes. We currently have... this section of space is ours. These 9 tiles are ours. Because I have that's where my station is. But I'm probably going to build a station here. Actually, I need to add a note there. Which is why I'm clearing out all these. I want to see if there's any more claimable asteroids around. When you jump into systems, there can be just like you see all these crates. These are all just containers lying around. We could hack them if we had the right module and stuff. Quite a good game. Oh yeah. Every time I play this and every time I stream it, I keep saying there are 3 games that I would recommend to people wholeheartedly, and that is X4, Starsector, and Avorion. For very different reasons, scratch very different itches. Obviously not going to be for everyone, but yeah. This is one of those games that you can just put hours into and do nothing, and I'd still be happy. Kind of the way I play most of my games. Played X3 and Starsector. We're doing X3 run as well. I'll probably be doing some of that tomorrow. I was letting that run before the stream started because I wanted to, you know, get a little bit of money together. But 2 of my named freighters kept flying off and dying in random places, so like okay. But hours, but you can't show any results. But did you enjoy it? Okay, let me return my fighters. See if anyone's getting left behind. X3 is very slow at the start until you get a freighter. Which is what we did. we used the weapons and the starting buster to fund buying a freighter. So you want to get X4? Oh yeah. X4 is very much more friendly to the new user. And they actually did a video, I commented on it actually, that it's really good for new players, where Bernd actually goes and explains some of the mechanics very well. Don't do this, man. Don't do this. Are you playing the X3 Star Wars mod? Nice. With the Lit Cube expansion, I would imagine, right? That's so difficult to understand. Yes. Alright. I haven't even looked at the loot. We'll look at that later. Ooh, a wreckage. That's a stash beside it then. That is a claimable asteroid. This is great. That's 2 systems right next to each other that we can have asteroids in, so we can have a bunch of stations. Oh, in 3? Limitations, you know. You've been ambushed and your hyperdrive is no longer inside the ship. But there's a little stash next to it. 111183. Bounty's under attack? Get out of there, bud. Who's attacking that? Pirates? Okay. Blanca pirates. God, where was that asteroid? Right there. Alright, Bounty made it out. We have one lost fighter there, too. Oh, I didn't realize I left one there. Is that a Pelta? It was. Oh yeah, so the galaxy is randomly procedurally generated every time you start a game. And if we go here, I have a bunch of faction pack mods on. So there's Star Trek factions, there's Battlestar Galactica factions, there's Halo factions, there's Star Wars factions, you know, all that good stuff. We'll actually be jumping up to an area here now in a second. Right, so we've claimed that asteroid. I guess we could do like a coal mine here. And do like an oil rig on the other one or something. I don't know what's best in this area. So when you build a station, you actually build them up the same way you build up the ships. Well, we know where they are, so there's a resource depot there. You can just go refine ores. Are the resources infinite? I don't think they respawn. The resources are those asteroids. Technically, they are infinite because the enemies will spawn, and you can just keep shooting the enemies, and then you can tear apart the enemy ships with salvagers. We haven't been doing that at the moment because I don't have salvage fighters on this ship. I put them on another ship that we're going to meet up with here in a minute. But we're going to jump here first. The reason for all the pirate killing and stuff is to get all these modules that we're picking up and then sell them. Sell them so that we can afford to put down a bunch of stations. Ooh. We picked up an exotic railgun. Oh yeah, and a loot magnet. That's right, the wormhole device. What else did we pick up? Mining, chain guns, miners, transporter software. There you go. And we have it on our other ship. High-tech training. That'll do for the station, I guess. There's a fighter module. Another fighter module. Turrets. I need a good combat turret module because I need to replace. Oh yeah, this is the progression as well. We've actually done a good bit. Yeah, we did destroy the boss. I knew that. Call and destroy the Stick of Doom. The prices are just a rough value estimate. That we'll be hopping up to a populated system here in a minute. Oh, yeah. So like you'll jump into systems and ancient gates. I don't know what to do with these. I've come across these before and I don't know what to do with them. That's 50 kilometers away. That thing is huge. Oh, that's 70 kilometers away. Anybody know what to do with these? Can we activate them? Yeah, maybe, but they're probably just like I could actually salvage them, to be honest, but right, we'll jump up towards. Okay, there's one there. Then what I can have the bounty do, because it's just picked up. Yeah, it's just picked up all the stuff. I'm gonna have a jump there. Have it mine. We're gonna have a jump back there, and then we're gonna have it refine, and then we're gonna have it loop. And that is a mod also, because that's the old way of doing the stuff. Right, we're going here. Oh yeah, we'll knock out these, and then we'll go up there and kill those pirates for daring to attack our... Yep. Boss is busy, just leaving you not be harmed. No. Get your fighters out. We've all pretty called reinforcements. Good. I can die with you. Wait. Oh, Jesus Christ, right. One of them is behind me. Okay. The Burrell's shield are down. Is the Burrell. Look at the map. The Burrells jump out. Probably don't need to tell him to jump out, but just to be on the safe side, he's gone. More of them, god damn it. How do repairs work? Multiple ways. Both. We're fine. We're all good here. Okay, here we go. Also, Burrell, you can come back in. Where are these jokers? I have no armor, so once my shields go down, I need to, like, dip. Dip for a bit. Oh, my thing popped off. We got some shield back. Nice. There are repair modules, there are repair lasers and stuff, yeah. Slightly busy. And they shot down all my torpedoes. Boom. That was a bit of a fight. But yeah, there are repair lasers and such like that, and then you can go into the build menu and pay with resources that way, or you can pay with money at stations. Oh, okay, my fighters got destroyed. Go collect the loot. Nope. Go collect the loot. There we go. And actually, the bounty can jump over here. My fighters are just gonna go around and pick up all this stuff. And the bounty has arrived. People go in here, and I can select Lady Adventurous Bounty, salvage that wreckage. Here comes the fighter spam. These are little salvage fighters. And they are going to absolutely tear through that ship. Along with the bounty, who is kind of homeworld styled. good. It's a small group. Yeah, that quantum torpedo is nuts. Doesn't seem like it has any mods anywhere else on the Steam Workshop. I'm not sure where else you would need to go. Maybe Nexus? As long as you're buying the game legitimately, Steam Workshop should work fine. A lot of neonite in that, that's not so bad. We'll get those guys to harvest. Is it on GOG? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I can only tell you I know it's on Steam, so. Wait, does Nexus not have any? View all. Which game? Oh, it has 4 mods. Yeah, Workshop is the way to go. That's a whole chunk of resources. So that ship has a transporter block, so that's why the fighters are picking up the resources and they're actually getting put into that ship. Otherwise, those fighters wouldn't be very useful and all that resource would just sit there in space. It's slightly annoying. Lady of Interest. Picked up 30,000 neonite there in scrap and 39,000 iron and scrap out of that one ship. Lovely. Well, yeah, that was my point. I guess we're just gonna let him do his thing here. Third factory. Oh wow, no resource depot there? That is slightly weird. But okay. The bounty does not have the range to jump out there. Okay. That's the salvaging, yeah. And then modules can pop off there, turrets and stuff can pop off there sometimes. There you go. You just picked up a crappy system, but still a system. But that would be your endless supply of resources. If everything else failed, that would be your endless supply of resources. But again, you know, most of these, not most of them, a lot of these boxes have asteroids in them. Like this one has 2,400 asteroids. And you know, and each one of these is a box. Inside a box. Inside a box. Inside the galaxy. Energy. You need to have enough energy generation to jump. And you see this solid ring here? That's my jump range. And again, that is denoted by how the ship is built. That's what all of this means here. So your hyperspace cooldown, your hyperspace reach, then you have your radar reach and all this kind of stuff. Then you have your required energy, your generated energy, your storable energy, and your hyperspace jump energy. It's all there. I'm going to give him the order to oh, well, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go manage. Yeah, it's nearly like 3/4 full already from that ship. How long do you have to wait between jumps? Depends on your energy generation and stuff. If you jump into a system where there is nothing, you actually get a bonus, and it could be 4 or 5 seconds. But if you keep jumping and keep jumping and keep jumping straight away, it gets longer and longer. Alright, now I need to go here. Just make sure everyone is on escorts. I should have started getting my fighters in about 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna get the bounty to jump back up to there, I guess. Bit of a pain to have to do 2 jumps, but okay. What I'll do is get him to jump there. And jump there. And refine ores. And jump there. And jump there. Salvage. Loop that. Is there a limit to how much energy you can have? I'm feeling like a broken record here. Yes. By this. Your building knowledge. The other factions jump in behind. They do jump into other systems every now and then, but it's not like they'll be chasing you or anything. Wait, what's here? Is it a wormhole or something? Oh, wreckage. So like you can jump into the systems and there's only wreckage of a station. There's 277 asteroids. That's interesting. The other factions do go to war with each other. I'm shooting at the traitor. Well, they're all traitors, really. What was that attack? Oh, these cannons. He had cannons. I was gonna say, is that it? Man. Everyone's doing okay. Can get a bit laggy when you're destroying all these kind of ships with small blocks in it and stuff. Continue looting. That's why we're here at the end of the day. They got your shields half down. Two Mirandas are grand because we upgraded them. But yeah, our two Mirandas can they can take a beating, as Mirandas should. Oh, and a claimable asteroid. Awesome. Let me get this stuff before it disappears. Alright, claim the asteroid before I forget about it. So unfortunately that one is in the middle of their space, so I'm actually going to sell that. How long does it take for a ship to be made? It's instant as long as you... If you're happy with the design, once you hit B and leave, it's built. You press B to go into build mode, you build your ship. You can, you know, load up designs from the workshop and stuff. And if you have the resources for it and everything, it's instant. There's a bunch of like storylines in the background and another part of Operation Exodus that I'll never do. Only thing required is the ores and the ability to use the technology. Because as I was saying, you start out with access to iron, so you can build ships up to... Oh, that's something else. You can build ships up to a certain amount of subsystem slots. I think you get titanium at the start as well, I can't remember. So you can build up to a ship that has enough power, processing power, to hold 5 subsystems. Then you move on to the next area and you find neonite. You mine that. You'll have a couple of little things you'll need to do to unlock the technology, and then you'll get a little item here. And you just right click it and use it, and it'll unlock the technology. That will allow you to build bigger ships with the neonite technology. Neonite is shields. You get hangars with the trinium, you get transporter technology with the Xanian. I don't know what you get with the rest of them. Yeah, cool stuff like that. And building, okay. What do we got? Ion torpedoes. Cool. And then of course crew. If you don't have enough crew, there's something you're going to want to think about when you're building your first ship, is be close to a station. You don't have enough like engineers to maintain the ship, it'll start to degrade. You won't be able to generate enough power, you won't be able to fire your weapons, any of that. How long would it take to get to mid-tier? A couple of hours. Depends on what you call mid-tier. I'd call this mid-tier. Maybe a dozen hours. No, you don't lose crew if your ship gets hit. No. I think. So like with the complete destruction is a thing as well, because see, these things here are reconstruction kits, and we have one for like each of our ships. So use near the wreckage of a destroyed craft, quickly reassembles the bound craft, or you can like pay to get it towed to your home station and stuff. So even when you lose a ship, you can kind of get it back. I need to start at that hangar. Can't be sitting here all night waiting for the fucking fighters to dock up. So these are the big bad. They jump in every now and then, but if we don't actually mine any resources or do anything like that, they will leave us alone. Not that we care, because we'd kill them anyway, but... Also, I can probably just fire a weapon off. The story kind of just guides you through the idea of getting closer and closer to the center of the galaxy. I've never actually gone to the center of the galaxy because I just keep arsing around until mid-game and starting a new game. That's why we're streaming it, so that it makes me go to the center of the galaxy and finish the game. Although that doesn't even finish the game as far as I'm aware. Come on. Yeah, I need to look at this. Okay. That worked. Oh no, it didn't. There's one more. Oh, you're the other squadron. They had the squadron still on a defend order. Let me see. Can you go to the other side of the galaxy? Oh, of course you can, yeah. If you want to. There are actually wormholes that can help you with that. We've actually been over here. Through this wormhole. That brought us all the way over there. From, like, somewhere here. Where is it? Is it that one? Yep. We went from here. Over to there. But basically the outer edge of the galaxy is like iron, then it's titanium, then it's, you know, then you get into the center. Tell you what, let's have a look at this now, because that's smart blank hull. Okay. I'm gonna go with tritium hanger. That's okay. Let me just get rid of that because it's annoying the hell out of me. So I'm going to delete all the blocks underneath it and we're going to make it a big thick hanger. At edge. I just want to make sure that I'm not deleting anything important. Corners. Blank hull. You can kind of see how the ship was made then. More blank hull. Okay. And then we delete that hanger. And we rotate that hanger. And make it like 0.1 of a change. I'm good. There it is. So if we do that, bigger opening. Alright, coffee beans, have a good one. It sticks out a bit more, but that's fine. We can mess with that. We'll do Neonite. Smart hull. Let me see if I can. I should have mirrored that. Hold on. Get rid of that. Mirror this. And we'll focus on this block here so it's in the center of the screen. Black hole, that's fine. Mr. TNT, how's it going? You need one hangar with external access, all other can be internal. Yes, but it's the access point that I'm changing the size of. That's all. I actually have 2 internal hangars as well. Yeah, I have 2 in there. But it's just the access point at the back. I'm just making it a little wider. So that our fighters have a little bit of an easier time getting back into the feckin' ship. Honestly, even that's going to do. That's going to be fine. That won't bother me at all. Okay, do this. We're gonna want to do not that. Or maybe it was that. Hold on, no, it's not that one. R1. Want to do this down to that. Yeah, that's the one. That. I haven't messed around with corners in this game for a long time, so I'm just using shift to align to the edge of the block. That does all the stuff. Coffee beans, if you haven't gone yet, have a good one. I thought I said that already, but have a good one. Do that. Do that. That's a bit of shading from the thing. And then we're using sea green. Color that in a little bit. I don't mind the little lip especially because it has the lighting there, like deck lighting, you know. I might change, actually, yeah, I might change some of these blocks around here. Like this is a smart edge. Oh, it is a smart edge. Never mind. Oh yeah, what am I doing? These are all smart hull. So isn't there like a different version of the smart hull? And it's not actually the sea green I want there, it's this one? Yeah, that one. Oh, it's because it's not in neonite. It's in trinium. That's why it's not giving me the effect I want. So we're gonna go, because trinium doesn't have the, like, xenon has that effect on it. Then neonite has this effect on it. Give it that kind of Romulan look. So that's a trinium corner one. So we go neonite smart corner one. That's two. That's two. That's one. That's one. I know I could set it in the viewer. There's the one. There's the one. There's the two. That's the effect I want there. It's like that it has the deck hallways and stuff. A little bit. I think it suits that. I think it works well there as well. I think that's just a little bit of a better entrance into the hangar, I guess. I'll put another little bit of blank hull down the bottom. Not blank hull, but smart hull. We're going to go shift. Like this. Why didn't it do that? It overlaps with another block. What block did it overlap with? Did it fine there. Right. Smart corner there. Why is it digging in there? A little bit weird. Okay, that kind of screws what I was doing there, but that's fine. That's just a larger entrance for the fighters then. Might solve our issue. Might not. Okay. On to you. I'm pretty sure everyone is still on escort. Hey. That's the wrong button. Ulysses is under attack. Well, he'd want to be. He's right here. Oh, he got away. Damn it. Ooh, that was close. Okay. When you hear them warping. Beautiful. Launch all the fighters. Let's test this out. Like we got another railgun. Yeah. Decent stuff there, it looks. This faction do have some cool ships. Kinda, you know, simplistic designs, but pretty damn cool. Not simple designs, but, you know, simplistic. You know what I mean? Right, and then we're just going to get everyone to do the thing of escort. Means when we jump, they follow us. Where are you, bud? Oh, you're there. Okay. I'll let them mine a little bit more. Bounty is down here. Salvaging. That's good. There. Yep, salvaging away, getting a few bits and bobs. That's fine. You have 44,000, 26, 13. Yeah, we do kind of want to move back up. Oh, actually, we have to get a bunch of trinium. Do need that. Alright, there's the bounty finished. Bounty, move here. Bounty, move there. Bounty has arrived and gone salvaging straight away because I gave her the order on the map. Oh. Okay, so leave her there to salvage. We're gonna go up here, 3 next to each other. Could this be a shipyard? One of those pirate shipyards that we keep jumping in on? Oh, right, yeah. Don't get stuck on the tail. Yeah, much better just in general. Probably expand out that whole, make that a whole mission pod kind of style thing. Those cracking torpedoes are ridiculous. They're great. go, another sector cleared. Collect loot. 3, collect loot. Actually go collect loot if you could, please. See one red over there. Hey, Spectre. How are things? I'll fly over here and get these. Oh, nice, some torpedoes. Ooh, another a Mark 9 photon torpedo launcher, exceptional. I'm waiting until this guy brings out the Romulan weapon pack. I think he's doing a Dominion one as well. Yeah, the sound effects for this are so good. Now, in the larger battles, it gets really kind of... You could imagine what a Trek battle would sound like with, 100 ships or whatever. Dominion ships are cool, they are. Good point. I'm still pro Romulan though. You hadn't noticed. Look at that, 2 squadrons ordered to come back to the ship with 4 button presses. Yeah, that hangar opening is much, much nicer. At least for our fighters. That's all our fighters dock, like, in 10 seconds. Let's do the thing. What are we naming the third Miranda? Or not the third, the other Miranda. We changed ours to the Griffin, which was the Sacramento Agamemnon. Is that the one from Sacrifice of Angels? One of the 2 flanking Mirandas that goes headlong into the Dominion fleet with the Defiant. Oh, it's shared. Oh, yeah, right. Fortunately, I was outside for those years. That wasn't on Irish TV. think we got a little bit of like Farscape, but the main one that was on was Stargate and Star Trek. I used to get home from school, from like secondary school. I went to a different school than my sisters and such. So I used to get home like 20 minutes before them, so I'd be able to get in and get to the TV to watch one of the shows before they came in and started watching all their soaps. Yeah, take a Miranda in and blow up bar cubes every bloody mission in STO. I think SEO is great and everything, but you know, it being an MMO, it's like, yeah, like the Miranda is what, a light cruiser. That's something I really liked about, you know, the likes of Starfleet Command and stuff, is that, you know, a ship was designed to fight a certain different type of ship in wartime. It's not going to be able to handle you know, a big ass battleship. Right, we'll go over there. We can do a scan of the system with you. Yeah. Nothing found here, then why the hell are we here? That should pick up the like the hidden stashes and stuff. Hey, or death. Yeah, it's an emerald. That's the end of it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like a remaster of Starfleet Command 3 would be cool. Oh wait, the mothership is in already? What the hell happened here? Launch fighters attack everything. Loot transporter. It will not be gone in 60 seconds. There we go. Burrell shields are down. I presume it's the Burrell, right? No, it's the Milano, okay. Well done, Miranda. I was not expecting a mothership. I guess we're gonna have to get the bounty over here to oh, there's this. My shield in there again. Jesus, 4K hits. Sector cleared. Pirate mothership destroyed. Yeah, the Milano shields got torn down. Ours just about did. Of course, the Königsberg cruisers they're pretty out of date now. Which is kind of crazy. Did I fly past that and not pick it up? No. Exceptional neutron torpedoes. Nice. All right. Shield durability up by a number, but not by a percentage. Repair lasers, triple railgun, 595 DPS. Another photon. Okay, never mind, we just picked up a bunch more stuff. Triple mortar. Rapid plasma gun. Quantum torpedo launcher that only does 90 DPS. Excuse me. Whew. Oh, wow. We may have picked up a few weapons here. I love that they have the phrase, gotta catch 'em all. Trading systems, transporter software is always nice. Oh, that little update is so annoying. Fine double cannon, okay. Double plasma guns. 88 DPS rocket launchers. Repair laser, double grabbers. 100 DPS, 128. 5-kilometer range with 200 DPS isn't bad. There's a lot of crap in there, but okay. Yeah, those pirates are not going to be attacking the sector for long. Don't worry. There's another photon torpedo launcher. Yeah, there's a lot of low DPS stuff. Would be bad. It's kind of the filler weapons, right? Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to do, picked up a bunch of torpedoes, tandem torpedoes, we'll throw them in there. I am just rattling off torpedoes without really paying attention to what they do, you know, when I'm firing them. It doesn't really matter. It's me anyway. I'm sure there's someone somewhere that would be incensed by that. I think we bring the bounty in and at least salvage the mothership with that one, isn't it? Bounty has arrived. Hold on a minute. Bounty. Tear that apart. Yeah, by far the biggest ship on the other side. Burrell, up into you for a second. Highlighting all the wrecks, and oh my god, there's a stash like right next to you. Oh, that's the wreckage. I was kind of trying to challenge myself there to get the orientation right. There it is. No, that's the wreckage. And that's the wreckage. That's the Exodus probe. I could have sworn I was like right there. I can go back in and get it from the Brel anyway, but did I turn completely the wrong way? Oh, the bounty's cargo base full. That's a good start. Alright, you can jump away. Gonna jump back into this again. Okay, so it's right there. What way did I turn my ship? It's literally in front of the ship. This soundtrack is almost as classy as X3, but it is X4's mixed in with some X Rebirth and X3. This is part of the Kingdom End soundtrack. Alright, we're waiting on dude to come back. Oh, our cargo bay is full too. Yeah, Bounty is just going to refine its ores and come back here. Won't take too long. There'll be a lot of neonite, titanium in there. Gonna be a ton of iron as well, but that's fine. We can hold on for a minute. All productions are at full capacity. Yeah, we only have the one production thing on board, so that's fine. Let's change their skin. The Vagar bomber. We'll have the Hagaran fighters and the Vagar bombers. The bombers are mining fighters. What have we got on board? 10k neonite. We have one neonite ore and one iron ore. Nice. Mississippi doing its thing. Milano has a bunch of trinium on board. Fair enough. He dropped off his resources. He has a ton of other stuff though that we need to sell. You've been selling away nicely. We're up to 11.8 million. Finished refining ores. Alright, nearly 100,000 neonite. Some trinium. Bounty is back. GSBR. Salvage that. Yeah, Sully, you were asking about this warbird earlier as well. This it's slightly different to the one from Armada. So like the one in Armada has like more kind of both edges of the wing curved in that way to the nacelle back here, let's say, so it was more straight. And it's also used in Sins of Solar Empire's Armada 3 mod. It's in that as well. Well, the Griffin is, not this exact one. Ripping that thing apart. Like, how full are you now already? It's got 71,000 neonite on it. Yeah, I'll do. Filling up nicely. I do just need more trinium though, so I'm probably gonna have the bounty come with us to find a good asteroid, like a good asteroid field. We've been to a few, and get it to focus on trinium asteroids. It's actually there's a few half decent ones here, I guess. Oh, there's a Zanian rock here too. I didn't notice that. I'll find that first. Can't queue orders here. Let's have them mine that first, and then we'll do like a standard mine order. There's a game called Limit Theory that I was really looking forward to coming out a few years back, but the dev had to quit on it really. But it would have been kind of like playing this. Okay, I think I have the demo installed on my computer still. Yeah, you're all on escorts. So what I'll probably do then is I'm just going to set them on attack all enemies. So that if anyone does actually fly into the system, they'll just go automatically attack. And I can just kind of mess around with him from here. I just want him to go to the specific asteroids for the trinium. Although he doesn't have a huge amount of space left, we'll still fill it up. send it off to get the resources, and then we can get him to go after some other asteroids. Like that. Get him, boys. I can even tell me to attack. Oh, you nearly did not make it. You're lucky. I've thought about like how would it be to play the whole game from here. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there because it's about 2 a.m. And I just realized there's an ad playing, so hold on a minute. That ain't fair. It's mine sector. Yeah, have a good one, guys. I'm gonna call it there. Streaming tomorrow. I might jump into Castlecraft and have a look at that, as that has released into early access now. Oh, Bucket, yeah, I forgot to say, your freighter keeps dying on me in X3. I think it's already dead at the time of the autosave that we did. Your freighter in X3. Yeah, you were working for my silicon mine. I have an unnamed one that I'm going to name the Mark II. You didn't know that? What an honor. Sure. Die over and over, yep, and you move up in the marks then. That's how it works. Yeah, be on tomorrow. We might do Castlecraft. See what happens. Have a good one, guys. Oh, more pirates are about to die. I'll actually give my autopilot the same order to attack all enemies.